Hi guys, it's your favorite Adoro again. Your sweet and wonderful Adoro. I'm back here for you again. Please, if you are just coming across my video for the first time, please like this video, share, comment, and follow this page if you are yet to do so. Please, I beg you, follow my page if you are yet to do so. Therefore, on this video today, I want to tell you some toxic things parents say to their children that is not supposed. Yes, I want to tell you toxic things that you should not tell your children, or toxic things things parents say to their children that is not supposed, and you need to avoid it as parents. Sometimes we don't read meanings to things we tell our children, the words we use on them. Be very careful as parents. It's not everything that comes across your mind at that particular point in time that you need to tell this child. Be very careful as parents. So number one toxic thing that is not supposed for you to tell your children is what? Using unhealthy wishes or selfish comparison on that child. A lot of parents use unhealthy wishes on their children, unhealthy comparison. Example, how I wish I am not your mother, how I wish you are not my child, how I wish you are like this person, how I wish you are like that person. No, be very careful as parents. You are indirectly telling that child that you are not proud of being their parents. No, don't use unhealthy or selfish wishes on your children as parents, wishing they are like what they are not. You need to encourage that child to be what you want her or him to be, instead of using unhealthy or selfish wishes or comparison on that child. Then the second toxic thing parents says to their children that is not supposed is what? Using abusive words or statements towards that child. Using abusive word or statement on that child. A lot of parents, whenever their children do something wrong, whenever their children offend them, instead of you to calmly correct that child and tell that child that what he or she did wrong, you start using abusive words or statements on that child. Something like, you are stupid, you are a failure, you are a disgrace to me. Telling that child a kind of, you are an idiot, are you stupid, are you of your sense, you are fool, you are foolish. No, you are indirectly making this child to be feeling down. We don't know that some of the things we tell our children always affect them in future. As they are growing, those words you use on them will be lingering in their heart. It will be lingering in their mind. Maybe that child expressed failure, the child will be like, oh, my parents already told me that I am a failure. Maybe one or two challenges come into this child life, then the child will be like, my parents already told me that I am a disgrace. Be very careful. Don't use abusive words or statements on your children. These are one of the toxic things you should not tell your children as parents. Then the third thing that you should not tell your children as parents is what? Criticizing your child's appearance. A lot of parents, I don't even know what is wrong with us sometimes. You are fully aware that this child is not the person that made he or herself. Maybe the child is a kind of disabled in one particular side of his body or her body. Then you just keep criticizing this child appearance, using it as a joke or what? No. As parents, be very careful. Don't criticize your child appearance. You need to embrace that child. You need to bring that child closer to you. You need to let that child know that his or her appearance should not affect her career, or should not affect their career in their future. You need to tell that child that he or she is unique in the way he or she is. Be very careful as parents. We need to encourage our children instead of criticizing their appearance. Be very careful as parents. Then another toxic thing parents says to their children is what? Yelling at that child in the public. Yes, in the presence of his friends, of colleagues, in the presence of their schoolmates. You start yelling at that child. You are an embarrassment to me. I regret giving birth to you. Look at what you did. You never do something right. You are always doing mistake in this particular thing. No, come on. You must not talk to that child in that manner in the public. Yes, it's a toxic thing. It's a kind of being in a toxic relationship. That child is in a toxic family. If you don't know, let me remind you. Don't forget that their friends might use it against them tomorrow. Don't forget that you are saying it out of anger, but what you say there might affect their reputation tomorrow. You have your reputation to protect and also protect your children's reputation likewise. Be very careful as parents. Don't yell at those children. Don't shout at them in the public in a negative manner. Stop using negative words on them whenever you are in the public. Be very careful as parents. Then another toxic thing parents say to their children that is not supposed is what? Using empty promises on your children. Let me tell you, as parents, you have every right to send your children a message or what you want them to do for you. You must not give them an empty promise before they do what they are expected to do. Be very careful. Don't use empty promises on those children. A lot of parents do this. For example, you start telling that child, if you wash those dirty dishes, I'm going to on the television for you, knowing fully well that you are not going to on that television for them. As these children are growing, they are listening to you, they are learning more from you. The things you do, you might feel that you are just doing it for doing sake, or you are just saying it so that they can go and wash the dishes. But let me tell you, as parents, the way you are giving the empty promises, if you do this, I'm going to buy you this. If you do this, I'm going to get you this. It's an empty promise, you know. Those children will learn from you, and they might not trust you again. They will know that my mommy always lie. My mom will promise us that she wants to do this and she will not do it for us. And at the same time, they will always give empty promises to people outside because they feel that it's normal thing. If their parents can go to the extent of always giving them empty promises, then what is there that they cannot do? Let me tell you, as parents, if you know that you cannot do this for your child, there is no point of you telling him or her that you must do it for him or her. Don't give empty promises to your children as parents. It's toxic, but we all don't know. We always take it as normal thing. Yes, I will talk to him this way so that he or she will do what I want her to do. No, that's not the best way to tell a child that you want him or her to do this particular thing. You must not give that person an empty promise before them do what you want them to do. Yes, so the last but not the least that you should not say to your children as parents is what? Do not always use the word always on your children. Do not use the word always on your children. What do I mean by always? You always do this. You are always doing this. You always fail whenever I send you a message. You always get it wrong whenever I ask you to try. You always do this. You always do that. A lot of parents never encourage their children. Let me tell you, as parents, stop making that child start looking less on his or herself. Whatever this child becomes tomorrow, majority is from you as parents. So don't always make that child to see him or herself that he or she cannot do something right without getting an error from it. You make that child seeing him or herself that there's nothing I'm doing that I got it. There's nothing right I can do. I always get mistake. I'm always a failure. My parents always remind me that I'm always a failure. Whenever that child do something, you start telling that child, I know you will not get it because that is how you always do it. No. Stop using that word always on that child. Be very careful. These are some toxic things parents say to their children that are not supposed to took it as normal things. But I am telling you today that it is not normal for you. It is not advisable for you as parents to always say those toxic things to those children. Be mindful of the abusive words, the statements, the way you talk to those children in the public so that it will not affect them as they keep growing, so that they will not always be afraid of the society. Be very careful. Train your children in the way they should grow so that when they grow up, they will not depart from that way. Do not forget, I remain your favorite Adoro. Your sweet and wonderful Adoro. Please, I beg you, like, share, comment what you think about the video. I also beg you, follow my Facebook page if you are yet to do so, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are yet to do so. Thanks for watching, and may God bless you. Bye for now.